Do you have difficulties sleeping at night? And when you do sleep, is it interrupted? Do you wake up many times? And when you wake up in the morning, do you feel as though that you didn't go to sleep at all, feeling very tired? Well, if you have any of these problems, please listen on, because today I want to share with you why these problems occurs and the 5 strategies that you can take from today to improve this situation naturally. Okay. Right. My name is Yilan. I'm a pharmacist, and I now help people live their best lives by optimal nutrition and better lifestyles so that you can then live longer, healthier lives, avoiding chronic diseases and avoiding medications. Now, sleep is something that I think all of us know that we all need a good night's sleep. And we also know what will happen to our body when you don't have enough sleep, right? So when you wake up in the morning, you feel tired, you feel sort of lifeless, you start the day with not a good mood, and you feel like something is not right, you're probably like not really focused mentally. Well, these are the things that happens because of lack of sleep, interrupted sleep. And in the long run, it has a lot of medical conditions and health conditions that will be affected. Now, the last few videos, I've spoken a lot about nutrition and about gaining weight, putting on belly fats, eating balance, and most certainly that has got a lot to do with your sleep as well. So if your sleep is maybe interrupted right now, you don't have a good night's sleep, part of it could be the nutrition part. So really, if you find that the key to having a good night's sleep is having a balanced nutrition of your proteins, fats, and carbs. And as I said earlier, is balancing your blood sugar levels, okay? So only when your blood sugar levels are normal, are within that the range, or we call it a balance and homeostasis, everything can be improved in your health, including your sleep. And if burning your belly flats or losing weight is your goal, most certainly the secret key is to have a good night's sleep. Okay, so I want to share first, before I go on, that 5 strategies that can help you to improve your sleep, is to give you a little bit of an understanding about what is that sleep cycle. You know, what are these 3 hormones that will affect your sleep, and why this is so important, and of course, knowing how to get back into that rhythm. Okay, so I've prepared some slides just for you to maybe take a look. Maybe it's easier listening to me as you take a look at the points that I mentioned. All right, let me start with this sleep cycle, okay, the stages of sleep. Now, we all know, right, when we sleep, there's something like light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, but I didn't really quite catch it until I heard this explanation by my coach, Mark McDonald, and I find his explanation of the power of 90 is really important to understand your sleep cycle. Now, the first stage of sleep is, to call it the light sleep, okay? So every stage that we go through, stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and REM, it ranges between 90 minutes to 2 hours. Okay, it depends on person to person, but on average, it takes about 90 minutes per stage of sleep. So the first stage of sleep is light sleep. So that takes about 90 minutes. This is actually preparing your body to go into the third stage, which is deep sleep. So your light sleep, the first stage is 90 minutes. Then after that, you go into a second stage of another period of light sleep, right? So in between this 1 to 2 stage is about maybe 3 hours to 4 hours. So if you get up in between this 1 to 3 hours, your body has to restart again. That means, let's say you slept for 1.5 hours, and then you get up, go to the toilet or something, and you go to sleep again, your body will have to go back into stage 1. It doesn't continue to go into stage 3, into the deep sleep. So that's why when you have the sleep, it's really important to have continuous sleep and not uninterrupted sleep, right? So after you've gone to stage 1 and stage 2, then you'll go into stage 3, which is the deep sleep. And this is the deep sleep where it's time that your body will repair, you know, whatever tissues or any problems that's happening in your body. It helps your cell renewals, it renewals all your cells, your dead cells, grow new cells. And this deep sleep cycle is 2 stages again, like just now. So stage 3 maybe is about 90 minutes. Stage 4 is another 90 minutes. So these stage 3 to stage 4 will maybe give you another 3 hours to 4 hours of deep sleep. So if you really, our goal of really hitting a good night's sleep is going into this deep sleep cycle. Okay, so you have to go into that deep sleep stages, because that's where your body has that time to repair itself. And after you've gone to stage 4, now you go to the REM sleep. Okay, so this REM sleep will be the last stage of your sleep. It's about another 90 minutes. And this will help you to refresh your mind, refresh your brain. It reframes you and prepares you on your awakening. Okay, so it prepares your body now to start another day, to rejuvenate your body, to start the day well. So these 5 stages of sleep is very important that you are able to go through every single night. If any of this stage is interrupted, then you get back again. Now let's say you get up at night after 4 hours, you sleep at 11, and then you wake up at 3 to go to the toilet. So when you get back to sleep, it goes back to this stage 1, and stage 2. So it will interrupt the length of your deep sleep. And I think many of you and many of my clients have also shared with me that they feel very sluggish because of uninterrupted sleep, right? So remember, all these stages of sleep is important, which you should aim to achieve. Of course, I know the problem right now is many people are telling me also that they can't, okay, they can't. So it's okay, let's move on. I will get on to the solution at the end of this video. So the next cycle will be this. The second most important part is about knowing some of the hormones that is affected with sleep. Okay, that means if you don't get enough sleep, or chronically you don't get enough sleep, you'll be affecting these 3 main hormones. And especially if your goal is wanting to lose weight, you say, how come I eat properly, I exercise, but I still can't lose weight, my fats is still stuck in my belly, then these are the hormones that probably is causing havoc in your body, of the imbalance. Yeah. So the 3 hormones are ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. Okay, so let's look at ghrelin. Ghrelin is a hormone that is produced by your gastrointestinal tract, and this hormone stimulates hunger. Okay, so it will tell you that, oh, okay, I'm hungry. And the next one, leptin, it does the opposite. This is produced by your fatty cells, and it tells your body when you are full. Okay, so if you are hungry, then you have to find, after you eat, you must stop eating right when you're full. So the problem is that if you're sleep deprived and you don't get enough sleep, your body will now overproduce ghrelin. That means it will start to increase your appetite. And on the other hand, it will inhibit the release of leptin, the hormone that tells your body to stop eating. So that's how when you eat, you don't feel full, you tend to overeat, you consume too much of calories, and you start to gain weight. And this is something that happens over the days, months, and years. Okay, so if you've been having chronic stress, chronic problem with sleep, you'll find that the weight gain will come naturally because of this imbalance of the hormone. And if that's not bad enough, there's another hormone, which is cortisol. Okay, I think many of you would have heard of cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Now, this stress hormone has a big part to play in keeping your belly fats, because when your cortisol is high, and this high cortisol is caused by stress, caused by anxiety, lack of sleep, all right? And it will naturally rise, and it will affect your blood sugars, because when your cortisol is high, it will also increase your appetite, and the more thing that we don't want is it causes cravings. Okay, so that's why when you're highly stressed, sometimes you're meeting a deadline for your projects, doing your work, you'll suddenly find that you crave so much. And when you start craving, that's where again you will consume very high calorie foods, sugary foods, sweet food, because you just need to pacify that hunger very quickly. And of course, this in turn will increase that blood sugar levels in your blood, that will be converted to fats, and you'll be keeping that fats in your liver and in your body. So these 3 hormones are very important to balance. And if you get your good night's sleep, you can help to balance it. If you do not get your good night's sleep, then this will continue to cause havoc in your body, right? So all this is, if we have this basic understanding of how all these things affect your body, you will appreciate that we must make more effort to improve your sleep. Of course, many of us having this difficulty would have tried many other ways to fall asleep. Some people, they try taking like hormones like melatonin, or even sometimes when you come maybe herbal teas, like chamomile that helps to relax you. I think those are okay. It's not too bad. You can give it a try. But we have people trying that and they still can't fall asleep. Some maybe have to depend on tranquilizers or sleeping pills to really help them to sleep, or they find that it really affects their daily life. Now, today I want to share with you 5 strategies that you can try, because those things that you are using, like sleeping pills, those are just temporary solutions now. And the sad part is it may cause addiction. So I always feel that, when something is wrong with your body, you must always look back into the root cause and what is causing it. And many a times, if you analyze properly, if you review back your daily, what you do on a daily basis, the answers can be found there. And so by trying to improve on this lifestyle, these behaviors that may cause this sleep problem, you may have a chance to get your body right again. So these 5 strategies are actually, there are things that maybe you don't think very much about, but it may cause this problem, right? So what are these 5 strategies? Okay, let me just share that again with you. Right. So these 5 strategies to improve your sleep cycle, to help you get back your sleep cycle. Number 1 is to set a sleep schedule. Now, this sleep schedule is really important because we all know we need 7, 8, or 9 hours a night. Everybody is different, but averagely you would know how many hours that you sleep and you feel fresh in the morning. Personally, for me, I need about 8 hours a day. I find 8 hours is the best. If I get 7 hours, it's still okay, but 8 hours gives me a very fresh feeling when I wake up in the morning. And the sleep schedule is to create that same time every day. It is, from what I read, it is suggested that have the same waking up time every day. That means if you wake up at 7 in the morning, wake up at 7 every day, no matter what time you sleep at night. So, but if you know that you need 8 hours of sleep and you need to get up at 7 in the morning, then make sure that you put yourself to sleep at 11 o'clock. Okay, so you have to have that schedule fixed in you. And if there are nights where probably you will sleep a little later, maybe you have an outing or so, and you may have that lack of sleep for that night, well, the next day, still wake up the same time, but you can compensate that sleeping by sleeping earlier the next couple of days. So maybe if tonight you slept only for 6 hours and you need your extra 2 hours of beauty sleep, so the next day, tonight, sleep an hour earlier, and the following day, sleep an hour earlier, you can help your body to catch up on your sleep and to restore that certain health, okay? So the most important thing, please set a sleep schedule and stick on to it. The worst thing to do is having a yo-yo sleep pattern. One day I sleep so good, the next day I sleep 3 hours, the next day I sleep 7 hours, another day I sleep 6 hours. Now, your body cannot recognize that rhythm and that routine. It will not be good for you, okay? So look into your sleep schedule, set it, and try following this pattern, okay? Number 2, resist the snooze button. Okay, this is something that I'm also, I learned, and I've learned to correct myself is, let's say you set yourself to wake up at 8 o'clock. Okay, I set myself to wake up at 8 o'clock because I go on the workouts in the morning with my team. Then I said, okay, let's do it at 7:45 so that I have like a preparation, about 15 minutes, 7:45, that I know that I need to get up in 15 minutes time. And I thought it was working well for me because I could have 15 minutes to just lay down in bed. But, if you use your snooze button to wake you up and you go back to sleep, right, that extra 15 minutes, half an hour, or even 1 hour that you snooze before you actually want to get up, is a waste of time. It's actually useless. Remember why? It's the sleep cycle, right? So if you wake up with the snooze up, you sort of got up off the snooze, now your body is out of that REM or out of your deep sleep, and it has to go back to stage 1, which is your light sleep. And your light sleep it does nothing to rejuvenate your body. It does nothing to sort of renew yourself. It is just preparing you for deeper sleep. So snooze button is not a good idea at all. If let's say you really want to get up at 8 o'clock, then just set your alarm at 8 o'clock and get up as soon as it rings. So set your mind like that, you'll find that at least you will have that straight 8 hours of sleep rather than 7 hours, then you snooze 1 hour in that light sleep, it doesn't work. Okay, so this is a very good sleep because don't waste your sleep. To me, I really value my sleep. I treasure my sleep, and I don't want to waste every minute that I can get a good night's deep sleep. Yeah. So that's number 2. Now, number 3 is to ensure that you sleep in this quiet and dark environment. Okay, this is important as well because, again, the hormone melatonin that's in our body, the melatonin is produced in your body to help you to sleep, and it's only produced in a dark environment. So if there is light, the level of melatonin is low, and that is where you find that you don't feel sleepy or you don't fall asleep very fast because there's not enough of these hormones to induce that sleep in you. So make sure that maybe you close up your curtains or you switch off your lights. And why we mean by quiet is because, let's say if it's a noisy environment, let's say you're watching TV and then you doze off, and then you got up maybe after 1 hour, right? So again, you lost that 1 hour of light sleep, and the noise that keeps you awake and wakes you up actually affects that sleep cycle as well. So prepare that environment so that you can sleep continuously without interruption. Okay, so that is number 3. The environment is really important. Number 4 is create a downtime. Now, this downtime, I feel is very important. For example, like, if you have children, right? Remember, we say, okay, come go into your bed. I'll read you a bedtime story. So we're actually having that downtime for our children to help them to relax, help them to, because they've been so active the whole day. Okay, we calm them down and read them a story, and their mind will start to relax. Well, the same thing goes for us as well. Because the whole day we are out and about doing our work, meetings, meeting deadlines, talking to people, driving in the traffic jam. So we actually have a lot of stresses in the day. So at night is really a time where you have to sort of get yourself out of that. Okay, get yourself out of that. So don't bring that stress back to work, whereby maybe about 1 hour or so before you sleep, if you can, right? Do things that can calm you down. Okay, some people love to read, some people love to take a shower, some people just like to write a journal, listen to music. So you can do anything that can help you to take away from that daily routines and help you to prepare yourself for that sleep. Okay, so this downtime is pretty important. And of course, nowadays, we love to use our handphones, even in bed. Also, we start seeing our messages or seeing YouTube. Well, I really feel that maybe 1 hour before your sleep, just off all your gadgets and try to reflect and have in your thoughts, about what went well in your day, what you want to do better. Put in some positive thoughts, things like, not say meditation, but I think reflection and journaling is something really good to get your thoughts and be self-aware about what's happening in your life and how you want it to be. All right, so number 4 is the me time before you sleep is really important. And number 5, maybe some of you may not agree with this, but studies show that if you take alcohol or you drink before you sleep, you actually interrupt your sleep. I know some of you say, yeah, I take a pack of whiskey, right? I take a beer before I sleep. I sleep like a baby and so soundly in the morning. It can be true. It can be true for a short-term period, but it does show that alcohol interrupt the quality of your sleep. Okay, so maybe if you want to drink earlier. Maybe you drink 2 or 3 hours before you plan to sleep, before your bedtime, not immediately before you sleep. Maybe that can help you as well. Okay, so these are the 5 things, strategies that I'll say give it a try. If you can find a habitual routine or something that is in the behavior daily that can help you to improve your sleep, it will go a long way, to improve your health. And you don't want to rely on medications, chemicals, things that will put you to sleep, when actually it's just in your behavior cycle. Yeah. So when you really want really good health, right? The sleep part is very important, which comes along together with having good sleep, having the right balance of food intake, good hydration, drinking enough water for the day, being fit, right? Take care of your body, exercise, workout. That is where everything will fall into place to put you on that track of getting a healthier body. And the other part about sleep deprivation is also it causes inflammation. Okay, so as you know, if your body is in inflammation, you won't be able to sleep well. And if you allow your body to be in that inflammatory state, like what I've mentioned in my previous video, you also will not sleep well. It is not good for you. So do be more concerned about and be more aware about what are the things that could possibly affect these behaviors that you do on a daily basis and what you can change to improve your health. Okay, so I hope this sharing has been helpful, because I have come across a lot of people, especially in their 40s and 50s, especially in their 60s. As you get older, they find it more difficult to sleep at night. And this could be one of the behaviors that can help. And in terms of supplement, I've noticed that omega-3 helps to relax you at night. So when you take this omega-3 after or dinner, a lot of people have found that this is one of the ways that can help them to relax and sleep very well. Okay? So that is something that I've recommended to my clients, and they have also found it very helpful. Okay, so if you know of anyone who has problems sleeping and you find my sharings today helpful, please share this video with them. Please let them try a natural way to fall asleep and give it some time. Okay, all this needs training. It doesn't happen overnight that you can press the snooze button and wake up immediately, but it's just about a training that you will do it. To me, I always say, do it until it works. Practice it until it works for you. Don't give up halfway. Okay, try it and you will find that the benefits will be there for you long term. Okay, so my name is Ilan, and I hope to see you in my next video with more tips to help you to improve your health through lifestyles, nutrition, naturally. Thank you, and happy Cap Gome.